Hey, what is going on guys? My name is Gamertag and I'm back for your daily Fortnite video. Now and today I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys the newest as well as the greatest way to level up and gain XP in Fortnite. You can be receiving upwards to 200,000 XP every single game, believe it or not, by using this method. Now I made a video a couple of days ago where I actually talked about some of the best methods to level up, and at the very end I briefly touched on the newest edition of Fortnite being the punch cards. Considering the timing of the video, Season 3 was so brand new and fresh that there wasn't too much to know about these punch cards, such as how to unlock them, how much XP they gave you, as well as the method I came up with on how to complete them astronomically fast. So let's go ahead and talk about them, and also how you guys can complete them extremely quickly and basically do what I've been doing to rank up about 8 levels every single game. So if you head on over to the battle pass section in the lobby, to the left there's going to be a punch card screen where Jules is kind of like leaned against it. If you click on this, you'll actually be prompted with a total of 49 punch cards. Now to understand these punch cards is actually pretty simple. Basically, each punch card has a challenge that it's based around, and there's 6 punch holes. So the first punch hole is going to be really easy. So for instance, if we look at the trusty sidearm punch card, which is pistol eliminations, the first punch hole is 10 pistol eliminations. The second one will probably be about 20 or 25, and by the time we reach the 6th punch hole, it might be over 100 pistol eliminations in order to complete it. Now the best part about it is that every single punch hole that you reach actually gives you 14,500 XP. So you don't have to complete the entire punch card in order to receive XP. You simply have to complete each single punch hole. And these punch cards offer a huge variety of challenges. Some of them are to place top 10 a certain amount of times. There are some to deal a certain amount of damage with an item in Fortnite. There's some where you have to search a certain amount of loot llamas or fish a certain amount of times. You guys can get the idea. None of these are difficult at all. These are things that you typically do when playing a regular match. Now the problem with this is that if you were to try to complete these in a regular public game like solos, duos, or squads, it would take astronomically long in order to complete even one of these punch cards. I mean, to get 100 eliminations with a pistol would take you well over like 500 games. Nobody obviously has any time for that for one punch card alone. So I came up with a relatively simple method, and when I started using this method, I was finding that I was completing about 3 to 4 punch holes every single time that I would hop into a game. So basically the best way to complete these punch cards is to do these in a respawn mode, that being Team Rumble. Obviously in Team Rumble, they're not really decent players in the lobby, as well as every time you get eliminated, you easily respawn. So what I typically do when I'm trying to get, a ton of XP, I will find a few punch cards that I'm going to try to obviously progress in. In the gameplay in the background, believe it or not, I was completing 4 punch cards at once in this game. Those punch cards alone were to search a certain amount of ammo boxes, catch a certain amount of fish, use a certain amount of fishing spots, and lastly, survive in the storm for a certain amount of time. I was completing and progressing all 4 of these punch cards in this game alone. You guys can see I was actually minding my own business while everyone else was fighting and getting engaged in battles. I was hopping around from spot to spot in the storm, searching ammo boxes as well as fishing over and over again. Now obviously there's like 50 other punch cards, so not every single time I'm going to be doing this exact same thing. There's punch cards where I have to deal a certain amount of damage or get a certain amount of eliminations, where of course at that point inevitably you will have to be engaged in fights. But obviously if you want to relax for a little bit, try some of the easier punch cards, definitely go ahead and do so. You'll be receiving the same amount of XP as any other punch card. And I believe I got like 5 or 6 punch holes in this game alone, which translates to 87,000 XP. Keep in mind, I didn't even take a single shot at anybody. I was not engaged in any fights at all. I was simply focusing my attention on completing these punch holes. And if you were to add weekly challenges that you have available on top of this, let's say you complete 5 punch holes as well as complete 2 weekly challenges. That alone is 142,000 XP. Again, you're not even taking shots at anybody, you're not even getting in anybody's way at all. You're simply doing your own thing throughout the game, and you're completing and receiving a ton of XP. This is by far the greatest method. There's absolutely nothing in the game that even compares to this method. So like I stated, firstly, go into your punch cards, find a few that you would like to complete or try to progress in, hop into a Team Rumble, and focus all of your attention on those punch cards alone. I mean, I was even spending my time going in the storm while everybody else was fighting, and I was just simply catching fish, minding my own business, and easily receiving more XP than probably everyone else in the game combined. So that example alone should be enough proof and evidence that this is the best way to go about not only ranking up and getting XP, but also progressing through these punch cards alone. So take advantage of these punch cards while you can. I promise you guys, this is the best way to level up in Season 3. I mean, you could realistically go from like level 1 to probably level 100 in one single day. Now looking at it mathematically, if you're to play 15 games and average about 140,000 XP, which is very attainable, you would be receiving around 2.1 million XP in one day alone in Fortnite, simply by using this new addition in Fortnite and also combining it with the method that I came up with. So it's pretty obvious that the punch cards are the root and main core of the video. However, there's also some other worthy mentions. In fact, there's a way you can double the amount of XP you get every single game. Like I mentioned, if you're getting 147,000 XP, you can also combine it with another method, and by doing that, you'll then be receiving nearly 300,000 XP in one game alone. Now, it's relatively simple, does not take too much time or really any effort at all, and this is by playing with other people that have the Battle Pass. So if you did not already know, if you play with other people in your game that have the Battle Pass, they actually will give you an XP boost. It's a feature that Epic Games added, I believe, all the way back in like Season 4, and it's realistically been one of the most helpful things that has at least helped me rank up quickly. So if you happen to Team Rumble and you play with a few friends in your lobby, or in your squad rather, then this will obviously contribute to you receiving a ton more XP than if you were to be playing by yourself. So if you're looking for people to play with, or let's say you don't have any friends online at the moment, comment down below your Epic Games name as well as what console you play on. Obviously try to find at least maybe 1 to 3 other people to squad up with and jump into a Team Rumble. Then all 4 of you guys, or however many people you're playing with, can focus on your own punch cards while still giving each other an XP boost, literally by doing nothing. It's truthfully that simple to nearly double or triple the amount of XP you're getting, again, simply by playing with other people in a squad. So check the comments below, add people, message people, and get together as a squad, hop into a Team Rumble, and use this method, and I promise you guys, you will be receiving tons of XP and leveling up literally faster than anybody else in Fortnite. So that's realistically it. Of course, the main core of this video is about the punch cards. I briefly explained what they are, considering they are a new addition to Season 3 in Fortnite. I also talked about the importance of them, like how helpful they can be. I then explained my very simple method on how you can complete them extremely fast and completely fly through the levels in Fortnite. And then lastly, I also explained a very simple way to double the amount of XP you're receiving every single game by playing with a group of other people. So if you do this punch card method like I shared with you, if you do it solo, you'll be receiving around 2 million XP per day if you grind enough, and then if you're doing it with a squad of other people, you could be receiving probably close to 4 million XP every single day in Fortnite alone. So hopefully once you do take action with these two methods, again, giving all of your undivided attention towards these punch cards in a Team Rumble match, as well as hopefully if you have the opportunity to play with a squad of people, then of course we'll be receiving more XP than anybody else in Fortnite without a doubt. And whether you're doing this for bragging rights to be a higher level than maybe any of your friends, or if you're just trying to get some of the skins in the new Season 3 Battle Pass, this is by far undisputably the best way to go about doing so. So comment down below if you have any questions about this, or maybe even if you have a better method than the one I've shared with you guys, comment that down below as well, and I'll test it out and see if it works, and if it does, I could possibly make a video about it. Now, if you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, a like would be beyond appreciated down below. And of course, on the contrary, if you genuinely disliked today's video, then by all means feel free to leave a dislike as well. And if you're new around here and would like to see more daily Fortnite content like this in the future, feel free to subscribe as well as turning on those post notifications. Nonetheless, my name is Gamertag. Thank you all for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.